What we'll be speaking about today is amplifying your digital validation implementation with integration. Integration of, sorry, bear with me 1 second. Okay. Excuse me, integration of different applications with a digital validation solution. So our agenda for today is an overview of GXP and its importance. Then we'll cover data integration and validation of GXP applications at a high level. We'll also be having a poll, asking some questions with regard to digital validation and the integration of digital validation. Then I'll cover 2 use cases, one in pharma and one in med device. I'll talk a bit about the added benefit of sustainability, and then where we're going as an industry with regard to digital validation and the integration of GXP applications, and then I'll open things up to Q&A. Just to start off things, let me tell you a little bit about Acumen Analytics, the company that I work for. Basically, our team members have decades of experience in life sciences and in-depth knowledge of the challenges faced by life science companies. We increase the value for life science companies by accelerating the transformation of manual processes to digital through innovation, collaboration, and by leveraging technologies not just to improve, but also accelerate outcomes. Our areas, so we build what we refer to as future forward technology solutions. So we meet the companies where they are in their journey of technology, and we help them move forward. These solutions create insights, optimize and accelerate digitization for GXP life sciences processes by leveraging data and artificial intelligence. Our solutions cover a lot of different things: advanced analytics, artificial intelligence and machine learning, blockchain. We are very much a data company. We do data engineering and data integration. We do GAMP5, risk-based validation, GXP, artificial intelligence. We even work in the space of digital twins. We actually offer a digital twin of a bioreactor to accomplish things like optimizing yields. We offer robotic process automation, project management. We implement quality management systems, MES systems, LIMS, laboratory systems, electronic batch records, clinical and product lifecycle. And we also help companies with their IT strategy and planning. So I'm going to start off by talking about data integration and digital validation in GXP applications. The importance of GXP regulations lie in their role in safeguarding public health and ensuring product quality and safety and maintaining regulatory compliance. Overall, GXP regulations play a fundamental role in the governance, quality assurance, and compliance in regulated industries, providing a framework for safe and effective products and practices. The key point here is adherence to these GXP guidelines helps regulated industries. It produces consistent and high-quality products. It mitigates risks associated with manufacturing, testing, and distribution. It meets regulatory requirements and obtains necessary approvals, protects patients' rights, safety, and well-being, generates reliable data for regulatory submissions. It establishes robust quality management systems and facilitates international trade and harmonization standards. And then finally, it maintains public trust in the regulated industry. So that's the importance of GXP with regard to digital validation. So specifically about data integration in GXP apps. Data integration in GXP application combines and consolidates data from various sources within a regulated environment. GXP applications generate and store vast amounts of data related to manufacturing, testing, quality control, and compliance activities. Data integration involves extracting, transforming, and merging and loading data into a central repository. And the objective is to enable a holistic access, analysis, and reporting of data, facilitating better decision making, process optimization, and compliance monitoring. Digital validation in GXP, digital validation streamlines and automates the validation process in GXP application using electronic systems and tools. It modernizes the validation process by replacing extensive documentation and manual testing with electronic processes. Digital validation includes defining requirements, automating testing, capturing electronic results, and employing workflows and using digital tools for analysis and reporting. The benefits of digital validation include increased efficiency, reduced timelines, improved data integrity, and enhanced compliance. When you combine integration with digital validation in a GXP environment, by combining these two items, your organization can harness the power of integrated data, automation, and compliance to optimize your GXP processes, achieve greater efficiencies and accuracy in managing your critical data and your validation activities. Integrating data integration and digital validation in GXP applications allow organizations to leverage their integrated data and automate the validation processes. This integration enhances data integrity, streamlines compliance effort, it improves efficiency and supports effective decision-making in regulated environments, and it promotes a streamlined and compliant approach to managing data and validation within GXP. So let me talk for a bit about ensuring data integrity, compliance, and quality. Ensuring data integrity, compliance, and quality for GXP is crucial for regulated industries such as pharmaceuticals, medical device, and biotech. Ensuring regulatory compliance, patient safety, product efficacy, customer satisfaction, and long-term success. Adhering to these principles establishes robust quality management system and fosters a culture of compliance and trust in the regulated products and services. So let's explore the significance of each of these aspects. Okay. Data integrity. Data integrity ensures completeness, accuracy, and consistency of data in GXP applications. Regulatory compliance, non-compliance with data integrity guidelines can lead to regulatory actions such as warning letters and fines and product recalls. From a patient safety perspective, accurate and reliable data safeguards patients from compromised product quality and potential harm. And quality assurance. Data integrity supports consistent manufacturing processes, precise testing results, and reliable analysis for product quality and efficacy. And compliance. Compliance refers to the adherence to regulatory requirements and standards. Regulatory expectations, compliance in GXP regulations demonstrates commitment to meeting regulatory and improves credibility. For product approvals, GXP compliance is often a prerequisite for obtaining regulatory approvals, ensuring timely product launches, and clinical development. Audits and inspections, non-compliance can result in negative audit findings, regulatory observations, and impact the organization's reputation. Risk mitigation, compliance helps mitigate risks associated with product quality, safety, and regulatory non-compliance. And quality. Quality in GXP environments satisfies regulatory and customer requirements. Patient safety, high-quality products minimize risks associated with defects, errors, or substandard performance. Product efficacy, adherence to quality standards ensures consistent manufacturing, reliable results, and contributing to product efficacy. Customer satisfaction, quality products and services enhance customer satisfaction, trust, and market competitiveness. Continuous improvement, emphasizing quality, drives proactive approach to process optimization and continuous improvement. At this point in time, we're going to take a little poll and have a couple of questions. So the questions are listed here, and now you'll see on the screen your ability to answer these three questions. The first is, have you previously integrated GXP applications with a digital validation application, such as Need or Valgenesis? The next question is, what is the main driver for your interest in integrating GXP with digital validation applications? Please choose one. And the third question is, what are the key challenges you anticipate or have experienced when integrating GXP applications with digital validation? You can select all that apply in this particular case.
So we have one person who's answered so far. I hope that the others can please put in your bid. And then I think we'll share the results in a sec. So maybe if one other person could do their vote, that would be great. If you're at your laptops or you're able
especially the first question, which is, have you, just yes or no, have you done an integration of a GXP with a digital validation app?
All right, I think we can, let me just share the results. Okay, so can you see the results coming up?
Yep. So what we're seeing now is that the majority of people have not done the integration of a digital validation solution with another, which I think makes sense. The journey involves usually implementing it as a standalone application, and integration is done very often as a secondary thing, either because the company's ability or readiness to take on that challenge. It is a change, and so there's a bit of were you ready for it at the time? And then the next piece is now, as more applications that are available to be integrated, and we'll talk a bit about that the benefits definitely increase as you move forward. So not yet makes sense from my perspective. And then the next question, what are the main drivers? And it looks like the two main things were enhanced data integrity. Yeah, and that's a huge benefit. I'll talk about that when I get to the benefits section, but data integrity and accuracy through integration is a huge benefit. And then there's a few other listed as others. And if the person that had other, if you could put that in the chat, what you had for your other reason for your main driver, that would be helpful. And then the last is, it looks like overwhelmingly we've got ensuring data integrity during integration. But there are another individual that has chosen some of the others, which is addressing the regulatory, coordinating cross-functional teams. That's a very big one, because now what we'll talk about is integrating with quality management. We're going to talk about integrating with manufacturing execution, laboratories, a lot of different stakeholders, where you by doing integration, you actually and tear down those silos and allow people to collaborate. So I think that's good for the poll for now. Linda, do I just close this and move forward?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, very good. Okay. So let's talk about, at a high level, integration of GXP. What are the challenges and complexity of data integration in regulated industries? What are the benefits of integrating data from diverse sources? And what's the process? What is the overview of the data collection, the mapping, transformation, and integration process? I'll cover all of these items. So the overview of the integration process. The first step is data collection. You identify relevant data sources such as QMS, MES, LIMS, or electronic document management that are going to be involved in the integration. You determine the required data elements for the integration. You implement secure mechanisms for extracting data from the identified sources. The next step is data mapping. Analyzing data structures and formats of the source systems, mapping the data elements from the source system to fields in the digital validation application, which is referred to as the target, and then ensuring alignment of data fields, naming conventions, and formats. This is especially the case if it's a large organization and they have more than one quality system or more than one laboratory system. And then the next step is data transformation. We perform the data transformation processes for compatibility and consistency. We convert formats, units of measures, and data structures. And then we apply data validation, cleansing, and standardization and normalization. This transformation process really prepares the data to be received into the digital validation system. Data integration is the step wherein you actually design and develop a data integration framework or solution. You establish secure data transmission protocols, and you implement efficient data loading mechanisms. After that's completed, validation and testing. Conduct the comprehensive validation and testing of the integrated data and processes, verifying accuracy, consistency, and integrity of the integrated data, performing end-to-end testing for seamless data flow. The next piece would be monitoring and maintenance, establishing monitoring mechanisms for the ongoing data integration. These are live active systems in production, and the data is flowing between them. So you need to monitor, they need to monitor and maintenance to implement data governance practices for quality and compliance, and regularly review and update the data mappings and integrations if there's changes in either of the applications that are being integrated. And then conduct periodic audits and inspections. By following these data integration processes, organizations can achieve seamless integration of GXP applications with digital validation applications. This ensures data integrity, improved efficiency, and enhanced compliance in regulated environments. Some of the challenges and complexities of integration with GXP with a digital validation application. Integrating systems in a regulated industry and GXP applications with digital validation applications presents unique challenges and complexities due to stringent regulatory requirements. Regulatory compliance. Regulated industries have strict compliance requirements governed by regulatory bodies such as the FDA, the EMA, and ISO. Integrating systems while maintaining compliance with these regulations can be challenging, requiring adherence, as I mentioned, to data integrity, security, and regulatory requirements through the integration process. Validation and qualification. GXP applications and systems used in regulatory and regulated industries require validation and qualification processes to demonstrate their accuracy, reliability, and compliance with regulatory guidelines. Integrating these validated systems with digital validation applications requires careful planning and to maintain the validate state and meet those regulatory expectations. And then change control. Integration often involves changes to existing systems, processes, and workflows. As I had mentioned, if they were separate systems without integration, you would have had to have some manual process. Well, that manual process would be eliminated. And so you need change control because you're going through changing of processes. And regulated industries require vigorous change control processes for validated systems, necessitating documentation of change impact assessments, validation planning, and revalidation when necessary. So continued challenges and complexity of integration of GXP applications with digital validation applications. Risk management. Regulated industries prioritize risk management for quality and compliance. Integration introduces new risks related to data integrity, system performance, and compliance, requiring documented risk assessment and mitigations. Data integrity is paramount in regulated industries, ensuring accurate and reliable data for product safety, quality, and regulatory compliance. Integration must guarantee accurate and secure data transfer without compromising data integrity, employing controls like encryption, access control, and audit trails. Documentation and audit trail. Regulatory audits and inspections are common in regulated industries, and integration processes must provide comprehensive documentation and audit trails demonstrating integrity, traceability, and compliance of the integrated systems. Training and user acceptance. Integration may necessitate training users on new workflows, processes, or interfaces. Training documentation aligned with the regulatory requirements and conducting user acceptance testing ensures the integrated solution meets the user's needs and the regulator's expectations. And then supplier and vendor management. Collaboration with external suppliers and vendors supporting integration requires robust supplier and vendor management practices. Adherence to regulatory requirements, appropriate documentation, and ongoing compliance support are crucial throughout the integration lifecycle. So I went through all the challenges in the process. What are the benefits of integrating data from diverse sources in GXP environments into digital validation applications? First and foremost, streamlined validation process. Automation and integration reduces manual effort and time required for validation activities, and accelerated timelines, improved efficiency, and reduce risk averse during validation. Enhanced data integrity and consistency. Integration ensures data integrity and consistency throughout the validation process. Standardized data formats, naming conventions, quality checks, improve accuracy and reliability. Improve compliance management. Centralized views of data, and I said centralized repository is one of the features of an integration, but a centralized view of data enables better tracking and monitoring of compliance with regulatory requirements, and simplify document management, version control, and audit trail generation. Real-time visibility and reporting. Access to up-to-date information on validation progress, testing and results, and compliance status. Better decision-making, issue identification, and proactive measures for prompt resolution. And data analytics and insights. Integrated data allows for in-depth analysis, trend identification, and valuable insights into the validation process, and drives continuous improvement initiatives and enhances future validation strategies. And cost and time savings. Automation and streamlined processes reduce manual efforts, errors, and administration tasks, cost efficiencies, faster time to market, and optimize resource utilization. So now I'm going to go into two case studies. One in the pharmaceutical, one is for a pharmaceutical company, and the other is for a medical device. And the first case study is integration of QMS with a digital validation application. So here's the background. A validation application to streamline validation activities and data. Pharmaceutical companies sought to improve their quality management processes and enhance compliance with regulatory requirements. They decided to integrate their existing quality management system with a digital validation system. Their challenges were that it was a very manual process. The pharma relied heavily on manual data entry and paper-based documentation, leading to errors, delays, and difficulties in tracking and retrieving information. There were compliance risks. The manual processes increased the risk of non-compliance with regulatory requirements, resulting in potential audit findings and penalties. And they had limited visibility. The lack of real-time visibility made it into validation activities, quality metrics, and deviations made it challenging for management to monitor and address issues proactively. Resource allocations, manual processes consume significant employee time and effort, diverting resources away from value-added quality improvement issues. And data integrity. The manual data entry introduced the possibilities of transcription errors and compromised data integrity. The solution. The pharma implemented an integration of their QMS with the digital validation to address the challenges. The digital validation application allowed for automated data capture, streamlined workflow, real-time visibility into quality-related activities. The integration facilitated the following improvements: enhanced data integrity, automated data capture from equipment and laboratory systems, reduced transcription errors, and ensured accurate and consistent data across the quality management system. Validation checks and data reconciliation processes within the digital validation application improved data accuracy and completeness. Streamlined workflows. The solution automated workflows and task assignments, accelerating validation activities, reducing turnaround times, and improving overall efficiency. Real-time notifications and alerts facilitated effective communication among stakeholders and enabling prompt resolution of quality issues. Improved compliance. Automated compliance checks with the digital validation application ensured adherence to regulatory requirements, reducing the risk of non-compliant incidents. And centralized storage of compliance documentation and automated report generation facilitated efficient preparation for regulatory inspections and audits. Real-time visibility, real-time dashboards, and reporting capabilities provided management with instant access to quality metrics, trends, and performance indicators, enabling data-driven decision-making. Comprehensive audit trails captured within the integrated system facilitated transparency, traceability, and accountability. Efficient documentation and reporting, automated document generation reduced the time and effort required to create validation reports, protocols, and compliance documentation. And standardized reporting templates within the integrated system ensured consistency and improved efficiency in generating compliance reports. And the results. The pharma observed significant improvements as a result of the integration of their QMS with the digital validation application. A 30% reduction in manual data entry and paperwork, freeing up employee time for more strategic tasks. A 40% decrease in validation cycle times, enabling faster product launches and time to market. A 20% reduction in non-compliance incidents, leading to improved regulatory compliance and decreased audit findings. And a 50% improvement in real-time visibility into quality metrics, deviations, and validation activities, allowing for proactive decision-making. And a 25% increase in resource allocation efficiencies with employees focused on more quality improvement initiatives. The integration of QMS and digital validation applications enabled the pharma to enhance their quality management processes, achieve better outcomes, and drive continuous improvement efforts. The streamlined workflows, improved data integrity, and real-time visibility provided by the integration resulted in measurable efficiencies and improved the overall quality performance. Okay, the next case study I'm going to cover was the integration of MES with a digital validation application. The background is that the medical device company aimed to improve their manufacturing processes, quality management, and compliance with regulatory standards. They decided to integrate their existing MES with a digital validation to streamline validation activities and enhance data management. The challenges they faced were manual data entry. The medical device company relied on manual data entry, leading to errors, delays, and potential data inconsistencies. This created challenges in maintaining accurate and reliable manufacturing and validation records. Validation efficiencies. The manual execution of validation protocols and test scripts resulted in prolonged validation timelines and increased resource requirements. This led to delays in product launches and impacted the time to market. Compliance management. The company faced challenges in managing compliance documentation and ensuring adherence to regulatory standards. Manual processes made it difficult to track and update validation documents properly. Real-time visibility. There was a lack of real-time visibility into manufacturing data, deviations, validation status, hindered proactive decision-making and timely issue resolution. And then audit readiness. The manual and paper-based processes pose difficulties in generating comprehensive and audit-ready documentation, resulting in time-consuming and cumbersome audit preparation. The solution. The medical device company implemented an integration of their MAS with a digital validation application to address their challenges. The integration facilitated the following improvements: automated data capture, automatic capture of manufacturing data, including process parameters, equipment status, batch records, eliminated manual data entry and reducing errors. Real-time data synchronization between the MES and the digital validation application ensured consistent and accurate data throughout the validation process. Streamlined validation execution. The automation of validation protocols and test scripts within the MES reduced manual effort and accelerated the validation activities. Seamless integration allowed for the direct execution of validation activities within the MES environment, ensuring consistency and accuracy. And compliant documentation management. Automated generation of validation reports, compliance certificates, and other documentation based on captured data simplified compliance management. And the centralized storage and version control of compliance documentation facilitated efficient updates and ensured regulatory compliance. And real-time visibility and issue resolution, real-time dashboards and alerts provided visibility into manufacturing and validation activities, deviations, and trends, and enabling proactive decision-making. And improved visibility allowed for prompt and efficient identification and resolution of quality issues, reducing the impact on manufacturing process and the product quality. And then audit readiness and traceability. Comprehensive audit trails captured within the integrated system facilitated for seamless, predictable, and audit readiness. And the results. The medical device company observed significant improvements as a result of integrating their MES with a digital validation application. 40% reduction in manual data entry and paperwork, minimizing errors and improving data accuracy. A 30% decrease in validation cycle times, accelerating product launches and enhancing time to market. A 25% improvement in compliance management, ensuring up-to-date and accurate validation documents. Real-time visibility into manufacturing and validation activities, enabling proactive issue identification and resolution, and streamlined audit preparedness with a 50% reduction in time spent generating audit-ready documentation. The integration of MES with digital validation applications empowered the medical device company to optimize their manufacturing processes, data capture, streamlined validation execution, improved compliance documentation, real-time visibility, and audit readiness provided by the integration resulted by measurable improvements in operational efficiency, compliance, and quality performance. So those are the two use cases. I wanted to cover also another positive impact of integration and digital validation. And that is by incorporating sustainability considerations into the GXP integration and validation. Organizations contribute to overall sustainability goals. While ensuring compliance and product quality, the positive impact extends beyond the organization, influencing the industry and society as a whole. Reduce paper usage. Digitization and digital validation applications reduce paper consumption, conserving natural resources, and minimizing deforestation. Energy efficiency. Cloud computing and virtualization optimize energy uses, reducing carbon emissions associated with traditional infrastructure. Efficient resource utilization. Integration and validation optimize resource utilization, minimizing waste and improving operational efficiency. Remote collaboration and reduced travel. Virtual meetings, augmented reality, remote collaboration tools decrease the need of physical travel and reduce the carbon footprint. And enhance supply chain transparency. Integrating diverse data sources improves supply chain transparency, enabling sustainable sourcing and ethical supplier selection. And data-driven decision-making. Advanced analytics and AI enable data-driven decisions, optimizing processes, reducing weight, and promoting sustainability. So now I'd like to talk about best practices in the implementation of integration of applications, GXP applications with digital validation application. Integrating GXP application with digital application requires careful planning, execution, and adherence to regulatory requirements. Here are some of the best practices to ensure successful integration. Define integration strategy. Start by defining a clear integration strategy, considering the specific goals, requirements, and scope of the integration project. Identify the GXP applications and digital validation applications involved, along with the desired outcomes and benefits of integration, and where to keep the human in the loop. Conduct a risk assessment. Perform a thorough risk assessment to identify potential risks and challenges associated with the integration. Assess the impact of integration on data integrity, security, compliance, and overall system performance, and develop risk mitigation strategies to address identified risks effectively. And ensure regulatory compliance. Familiarizing yourself with the regulatory requirements and guidelines and standards applicable to your industry and your region. Ensure that the integration processes adhere to these regulations and guidelines throughout, including data integrity, security, and validation requirements. Establishing data mapping and transformation. Define the clear data mapping and transformation strategy to ensure compatibility and consistency between the applications and the digital validation applications. Develop standardized data formats and structures for seamless data exchange, and implement data validation and verification process to maintain data integrity throughout the entire integration. Best practices continue with implementing a robust data security system. Prioritize data security by implementing a robust security measures such as encryption, access controls, and user authentication. Ensure that sensitive GXP data is securely transferred between systems and stored in compliance with regulatory requirements. And regularly monitor and audit your data security measures to identify and address potential vulnerabilities. Validate the integrated system. Perform the comprehensive validation activities to ensure the integrity, reliability, and compliance of the integrated GXP and validation systems. Develop validation plans, protocols, and documentation to align with regulatory requirements. Conduct thorough testing, including functional testing, performance testing, and data integrity validation. And then establish change controls. Change control procedures. Implement robust change control procedures to manage change and update to the integrated systems. Document and track all the changes, ensuring that they're properly assessed, approved, and validated. Follow established change controls procedures to maintain compliance and minimize the impact on the validation status. And then provide training and support. Offer comprehensive training to users and stakeholders involved in using the integrated system. Ensure that users are trained on the new workflows and processes and interfaces, and provide ongoing support and documentation to address any questions or issues that may arise during or after the integration process. So now let's talk about future opportunities. The future of GXP integration and validation offers exciting possibilities. With emerging technologies, including generative AI, these technologies can revolutionize processes and drive innovation in life sciences. By leveraging these technologies, life science companies can achieve greater efficiency, accuracy, and compliance in their integration and validation processes. Here's an overview of how these technologies can impact integration and validation processes. Artificial intelligence. Automate complex data mappings and transformation tasks, reduce manual efforts and errors, and enhance data quality assessment, anomaly detection, and data cleansing, and improve validation strategies through predictive analytics. Blockchain. Ensure the secure and immutable data storage, enhancing data integrity and traceability. Facilitate secure data exchange between GXP applications, ensuring transparency and auditability. And automate compliance checks, validation approvals, and documentation processes. Quantum computing. Revolutionize complex data analysis and simulations, offering faster and more accurate results, and optimize validation processes, reducing computational time and enabling sophisticated analysis. Enhance the data security and privacy through quantum encryption. And big data analytics. Extract insights from large and complex data sets, improving decision makings and identifying regulatory trends, and enhance validation processes and product quality. Generative AI. I know everyone's very aware of generative AI with ChatGPT being discussed, but these are some of the values or benefits that integrating generative AI can bring. You get generative synthetic data for validation purposes, especially when real data is limited or challenged. You can augment existing data sets to increase diversity and quantity of data available for training and validation. You can aid in anomaly detection by learning patterns and identifying deviations from expected behavior. You can optimize complex processes by modeling and simulating different scenarios. And you can fill in missing or incomplete data, maintaining data integrity and ensuring comprehensive data sets. And you can provide decision support by generating alternative solutions or scenarios. The Internet of Things, IoT. You can collect real-time data from various product lifecycle stages for valuable insights and enhance quality control. You can enable remote monitoring and improve product safety and efficiency. With robotic process automation, you can automate repetitive and rule-based tasks, streamlining data collection and validation processes, and you can reduce human error and increase operational efficiency. And then augmented reality and virtual reality, you can transform training, testing, and validation through immersive experiences and remote collaboration, increase efficiency and effectiveness of validation activities, and create synthetic testing environments for extensive testing and validation without live system risks. So that covers everything. I think I went through a lot. Now we can open up to any questions.
Thank you, George. That was a very comprehensive session there, and hopefully that answered a lot of questions that people already had. Please feel free to unmute yourselves and to ask George any question. It can be related to this session or anything else if you'd like. This is a golden opportunity to get some advice from an expert. So, and it's a small group, so I hope that you would take this opportunity. You can also put it on the chat if you are shy and want to put something down as a written question. And this session is recorded so that if anyone would like to watch again, it will be on the ISPE Singapore affiliate YouTube page. So you just search and you'll be able to find this, as well as our other Tech Tuesday and other sessions that you can watch anytime. So do we have any questions? George, what would you think would
Yeah.
be the most common question that people might ask you when they start their digitalization journey?
Sure, sure. I think the first question, or one question that's very often asked is, what are the systems that make sense to integrate? And we believe that the most common two integration options are quality management and electronic document management, and then MES. Validation those are the systems that make the most sense as a first step in integration.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Mhm.
And so what do you think are like the most common barriers to implementation?
I think the one of the biggest barriers is people not understanding the integration process and not understanding the value of creating a central repository of data that different applications can load data and pull data out of. And so I believe that the data technology piece is probably a hurdle that some companies have difficulty with, because they're the standard practice of implementing a standalone application that's not integrated is simpler, because it's all within one application, and the functional requirements very often, even the user requirements, are provided by the vendor. But once you start getting into integration and having two different applications speak to each other, the technology and the benefit, there's a huge benefit to it, but that's a hurdle in some cases.
Okay, so I guess the key thing is to get started, though.
Yeah, exactly. And have you said a lot of companies start with a data strategy that says, okay, where are we going to store our GXP data, and how are we going to have our GXP applications talk to each other? There's sometimes there's investment. There is now a set of applications that are referred to as integration platform as a service that include the data governance and a lot of the technical challenges, and it can be purchased as a service rather than an implementation of an on-premises solution. So, prior to the call, Lynn and I were talking about how exciting of a time it is because of the new technologies that are out there and are available. There are challenges, but there are solutions that are readily available.
And these days, hopefully, it's getting a bit easier to implement.
Yeah, exactly. If you've taken the first step of going digital with your validation, then these applications start helping each other. So in other words, if you have digital validation, which makes validation easier, implementing an integration solution can leverage the digital validation solution in its integration process.
That's great.
And I think I saw a question pop up in the chat.
Yes. So Zain, thank you for your question. And he asks, how validation of viral clearance studies can be implemented in biopharmaceutical facility along with data integration?
So the key here is, where is your information with regard to the viral clearance? Where is that being captured today? Is it in electronic format? Is it in a LIMS system, for example, or is it in a manufacturing system? So if that's what you're trying to validate, if you can have data flow from the source of your viral, the source system of your viral clearance directly into the digital validation system, that will improve the process. Does that make sense?
Zain, does that answer your question? I guess no means yes. No answer equals yes. Does anyone else have any questions? We've got a couple of minutes left. If not, then we would let George continue his evening, and for everyone else to carry on with the rest of their day out here in Asia. And we do look forward to meeting you in person one of these days, George.
That would be great.
Yeah, and to thank you for sharing your time and expertise with us. If there are any follow-up questions or any queries, please do let us know, and then we will forward those over to George to respond. So I guess, and last chance for any question? If not, then I'd like to bid George a good evening, and everyone else a great day. And thank you very much for joining us this Technical Tuesday. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks, George.
Thank you.
Bye.